Dear students, welcome to our class on synoptic charts and weather reports. Before we go into the class, I would like to inform you and request you that please download our practical exercise on synoptic charts and weather reports well before your class or well before your exam to avoid the internet problems for downloading or listening. Those who listens to this class in the next 7 to 8 minutes to follow, 5 marks of final exam are in your pocket. Just 7 to 8 minutes of listening to this class, 5 marks are there in your pocket. That much is the importance of this class before we go into the class. So let us just try to know one quote only to inspire you. What is the quote? A friend in need is a friend indeed. A friend in need is a friend indeed. So be a good friend, to be indeed with you in all the difficulties, to share, and to support, to give you moral values. Good. Now, so what is synoptic chart and what is synoptic or weather report? Simple. In the previous exercises, the procedures of collection of data, everything we learned, the term synoptic climatology is applied to investigations of general weather and circulation. Synoptic climatology means, please understand, atmosphere is a colorless, odorless, and tasteless physical mixture of gases enveloping the earth on all sides. The, the study of the science of atmosphere is known as meteorology. Meteorology studies, it involves geography and physics. But climatology broadens the findings of meteorology. That means we add the statistics to what we learn in meteorology. Meteorology, what we learn? Geography and physics. Physical principles are used in meteorology. We study geographically, then in the climatology, we try to broaden the findings of meteorology. So it is a larger scale, climatology a larger scale. That much you please understand now. So let us go to what is synoptic climatology. Synoptic is defined as the description and analysis of the totality of the weather at a single place over a small area in terms of properties and most of the atmosphere over and around the place or area. Very, 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 very interesting. What is very, very interesting? See, simple description and analysis of the totality of the weather. What is the totality of the weather? What is solar radiation, temperature, humidity, pressure, wind? What is wind circulation? Whether it is cloudy day today, whether it is a hot day today, whether it is a rainy day today, whether it is a fog day today. In totality, if you call it as climatology, okay? Description, we do have to describe it now. So these are essentially, there are two stages we can define it. We can learn it. Determination of categories of atmospheric circulation, assessment of the weather elements in relation to these categories. These two. Determination of categories of atmosphere, assessment of the weather elements in relation to these categories. Besides agricultural meteorological observations, synoptic weather stations also record weather data such as rainfall, temperature, radiation, low level winds, evaporation, etc. The surface observatories collect the information on various weather elements. What are the weather elements? Solar radiation, temperature, humidity, pressure, wind, temperature means air and soil temperature. All these things are collected. Then over what? The surface observatories collect the information on various weather elements, and based on these daily forecast. What is forecast? Weather forecast. Predicting the weather for the next few days to follow is known as weather forecast. Short, short range weather forecast, medium range weather forecast, long range weather forecast. Short range weather forecast is again now casting is also there. Just for every 2 minutes, 2 hours, for every 1 hour, sometimes cyclones and everything, we go on giving it. So for weather forecast, this we learn it. Simple two things are there. 2 bits may come here. Please understand, or you may be asked, what is synoptic report? What is synoptic chart? Okay, what is synoptic report? What is synoptic chart? As far as practical is concerned, now observed weather conditions are marked in a brief and brief coded form as a synopsis of the condition. Observed weather conditions are marked in a brief coded form as a synopsis of the condition. Such a brief report, such a brief report on the paper. Small codes are there. Okay. Now, so such a brief report on weather conditions is known as synoptic report. Report, not lines and words. Okay. Present tense, so past tense, so future tense, so no. Simple coded form. That's what we call synoptic report. What is synoptic chart? The regular observatories record weather elements at scheduled time and send these readings to the main observatories. For example, in India, Pune to Delhi. So there is within an 1 hour, there a These observations are charted or plotted. These observations are charted or plotted. Okay, on an outline map of India, as far as India is concerned, using international code of signals and abbreviations. These are called synoptic charts or weather maps. Weather maps. So signals are and observations. Code signals and observations on the weather map of India is called synoptic chart. Now, so for example, this these six, if you remember, 2 to 3 marks are in your pocket. What are those two? First, in synoptic chart, different weather phenomena and atmospheric characters are marked with different symbols. Okay, weather element or character or phenomena in the form of symbols. Okay, this is how narrow black items, isobars. Numbers at the end of isobars, pressure values in millibars. Shading, precipitation, arrows, wind direction, feathers in arrows, wind velocity, small circles with shading amount of clouds. So this is how, again I am telling you from your examination point of view, please remember, shading is there, precipitation, arrows are there, wind direction, feathers in the arrows are there, wind velocity. Like that you should remember, either in the fill in the blank, multiple choices, match the following or online answers, and you will get. Should not miss the mark in this. If you remember these six, 2 to 3 marks are there in your pocket for the final exam. So let us go to some, okay, symbols for the weather phenomena. Symbols for weather phenomena. Very interesting. There are certain symbols. If you put zero, clear sky, 2 lines, fog, three lines, fog, 2 lines, mist, zero, clear sky, 2 lines, mist, 3 lines, fog, just dot, rain, drizzle, just like comma, two commas like, okay, vertical commas like continuous light, right? Lightning, just lightning, arrow, okay. Dew you wanted inverted D, you will write like this. But if you write D like this, it is dew. So like this, hail is there, triangle with this black. So like this, synoptic symbols. Certainly, 5 will be asked for 5 marks. Certainly, 5 will be asked 5 marks. Certainly, 5 will be asked 5 marks. If you miss this one for 1 minute, practice for 10 minutes, you get 5 marks. Out of, say, 30 marks or 50 marks in the final exam, sometimes in the midterm, you should not lose. This is what is my request to you. Before I say thanks officially, once again, I would like to impress upon you, synoptic climatology is a wonderful science. Meteorology broadened in the climatology. Synoptic means in a coded or brief form. Now, symbols are very important. Please remember, once again, I would like to tell you, to inspire you, a friend in a friend in need is a friend indeed is the quote of the day. Thank you very much. Study once or twice before your final exam, before your practical final exam. Theory exam, don't think that questions in theory only will come. Questions like this, symbols, synoptic symbols will come in the final exam of theory also. In the vibe also, you may be given a piece of paper, write the symbol for lightning, thunderstorm, okay, or fog, mist, clear sky, continuous heavy rain, like that you will be asked, so that both in the viva as well as in the final theory. Sometimes in the practical class itself, you may be asked to draw all this. So such an important class as far as your examination is concerned. May God bless you. All the very best.